people listen when you speak? Do people take your advice when you offer it? Part of growing as a project manager is to become more influential. And in this video, I'll share 7 of my best tips. Raising your level of influence is often a matter of changing perceptions about you. So, what are some of the things you can do to raise your game and get ahead of your peers? First, a confident, symmetric, upright posture. Whether you're seated or standing, be square onto the person you're speaking with, be as symmetric as you can, and raise yourself up to your full height. Control some of those little tells that suggest lack of confidence: fidgeting, holding onto your legs, playing with your collar or your cuffs. All of those signal a lack of confidence and therefore reduce your influence. The more controlled and measured you are, the more influential you will come across. Second, become an authority. An authority is similar to an expert, but not quite the same. An expert knows more than other people about something. They have a lot of knowledge and a lot of answers. But an authority is the person people go to really understand something, because not only are they an expert, but they are also able to ask the right questions and apply the critical thinking it needs to evaluate the advice of experts. Authorities tend to be deeper and more creative thinkers about their domain of knowledge. Cultivate the ability to see through to the very marrow of the issue at hand and to ask the questions which will uncover deeper truths. Remember, if you want to have real authority, the skill is not to have the right answers, but to ask the best questions. Third is focus. Avoid spreading yourself too thinly. Know what your niche is and have confidence in it. And if you want to expand, become a T-shaped person, recognize that within your niche you have that expertise and authority, and do not pretend to authority outside of it. As you expand your niche, find a unifying theme so that people know what to go to you for to get your authoritative insights. Fourth is silence. Cultivate the ability to use silence to good effect. Because if someone asks you a question and you answer immediately, you're kind of saying that was easy and therefore the question was simplistic. Silence suggests that you need to think carefully about the question. That labels you as a careful thinker, and it labels the person who asked the question as someone who asks good questions, which is flattering. It's a compliment. People like it. And of course, silence makes other people wait. And if they wait for you, they are granting you authority and influence. We don't wait for someone who has no impact. And of course, if they become uncomfortable in the silence, they will fill it. And as they fill that silence with more words, you may learn something to your advantage. My fifth tip is about process. Experts can't possibly have the answer to every question. So don't focus on the answer. Focus on the process to getting it. Don't focus on finding the solution to the problem. Focus on the process of finding the solution to the problem. Spelling out a process gives people confidence that they know what to do next and that you know what everything is all about. And when they follow the process and get the result, there's a good chance they'll assume that you knew where they'd get to all along. Because after all, it was your process they followed. Sixth is evaluation. Use your silences to create time to evaluate what you've heard. Let your silences tell people that you are thinking carefully, you evaluate the situation more deeply, you gain stronger insights. Take nothing at face value. The skill of critical thinking is a vital skill for every professional and therefore for every project manager. Ask careful questions, probe for detailed information, and test every piece of information you get for reasonableness, logic, and accuracy. And finally, respect. If you are that person who does everything everyone ever asks of you, they'll like it, but they won't necessarily respect you for it, because they know you have become their doormat. Learn to say no appropriately. Make a noble objection to requests which do not serve the strategic purpose, to requests that, if you took them up, would distract you from doing other, more important, more valuable things. If you can make a noble objection and decline to do things for the right reasons and in a respectful, courteous manner, then people will respect the fact that you respect your time. They will respect the fact that you have good judgment, that you understand what's strategically important and what's valuable to the project and to the organisation, and you prioritise those over the smaller things. But when you say no, do so in a generous way. Make a suggestion that will help the other person. And of course, acknowledge and apologise for the inconvenience it may cause them. The more you show that you respect yourself without lapsing into arrogance, the more other people will respect you. I've drawn these tips from my book, How to Influence in Any Situation, which is the second edition of best-selling, brilliant Influence. I'll put links to those in the description below. Please do take a look at them. Because as a project manager, you often have to lead without authority. And the only way to get things done is to persuade people to your way of thinking and to influence their behaviour. Please do give a thumbs up if you like this video. There's loads more great project management content to come, so please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of it. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.